government is not doing well in managing our currency, they're not gonna. My generation was like, oh look, it's okay, we'll live with it. But the generation coming up now, they're not gonna live with it. So in the next 10 years, as this generation comes into, you can see it already in society. You can see it in, whatever happens, you probably don't want to hear this, but whatever happens in America happens in the rest of the world. It's like a focal point of the world. It's a cultural focal point. So people have a bad association with the United States, so they don't like to hear it, but it's pretty much obvious. Like everything they do, it trickles down into the rest of the world. It's like a hub. So right now you can see all the infighting and almost like a civil war kind of situation happening. So over the next 10 years, do expect a lot of ups and downs in the economy, ups and downs in everything that we're dealing with. Like what a government will pass a law, another law will be passed, that'll be the exact opposite of it 3 months later. So there's all this volatility, things are changing, there's no stability. We don't know what law is going to be passed, we don't know what's going to happen here, we just don't know. So this volatility means that you as an individual are sort of like inside like a tumble dryer, you're just being shaken around by the world. So when you wake up in the morning and look at the world, go, okay, look, I've got to be expecting an unknown. We don't know when our next restrictions are, what COVID's going to do, what this government law is going to do, will the US dollar be the financial currency of the world, or will it change to cryptocurrency? Will it change to the Chinese dollar? We don't know. We just don't know. So there's all this instability and volatility that I expect for the next 10 years. But behind it all, just keep in mind that everyone's going to come out with their stories and their facts and things, just like the way I'm doing. I'm making up stories. None of it is really true. It's just my take on things and trying to make sense of the world and trying to use it to achieve a goal. So everyone's going to come up with their facts and goals and all this kind of stuff, and they're all pretty much right. But do keep in mind one thing: technology. Everyone is pretty much going to be pretty much right to predict the future, until technology comes in. So yes, there's a contraction in the economy, but what if robotics come in? Then the economy will expand rapidly. What if driverless cars come in? Rapid expansion. So if driverless cars come in and there is a shortage in the workforce, it won't matter because driverless cars will be driving it. Robotics will be doing a lot of the work. Technology, moving to online currencies away from the actual currency. So these technologies, how they're going to be used, whether it's in a good way or a bad way, we're hoping it's going to be used in a good way, will be the defining factor underneath it all. So do keep in mind, as people are giving you perspective and news and what's going to happen in the future, technology is what will blow everything out of the water. So we may predict that the next few years will be a lot of turmoil and this and that and ups and downs, but if we get some form of robotics where it starts doing some of the labor work that we don't have the labor force to do, then that will create more income for everyone, and that will usually mean that everyone is better off for it. Even the people that have nothing to do with it, you have the welfare system and all that kind of stuff that will help those people as well. So so back to our business. What do we need to do? I really I do want everyone to go through the videos that I have made previously. I think that's stuff that can be used even till now. What else do we really need to do? Just apply and use your time well while you're working here. Really apply what you've been taught, and think, okay, even though the company has told me how to do it this way, I think I've got a better way to do it. Let me talk to the manager, let me talk to Victor and go, hey, there's possibly a better way to achieve this goal that we're trying to achieve. Because we've got some really massive goals we're trying to achieve, and the honest truth is our time is limited. If we're not able to do this in a limited time, we're going to run out of money. So because we're losing up to about $15,000 to $30,000 a week at the moment on fixed costs. So we have to, at minimum, sell about 180 grand of work, $180,000 Australian a week of work, with a margin that leaves us with a profit of, well, with a margin of 88,000. So after the cost, after the cost of doing that job for the client, we have to have about $88,000 left a week. That goes towards the staff, the plumbers, the vehicles, the advertising. Probably the biggest cost, that advertising cost. And